What is happening, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, coming to you live, breaking down not NBA, but the Fantasy Golf Millionaire Players Championship breakdown. So, PGA, I've been playing it for a while. I love PGA. I just never make videos for it because I mainly try to focus on NBA on my YouTube. But why not make one for one of the biggest tournaments of the year for golf? So, like I said, I love playing. I love watching golf. I cannot play it. If you saw my Twitter with Top Golf, I can't hit the ball worth a crap, but we're here breaking down the Players Championship. So let's start off with a little bit of a course breakdown. This is, like I said, the Players Championship. It's in on Bermuda grass. We're talking about, like I said, one of the huge tournaments. If we go look back on my draft, it is about the stadium course, TPC Sawgrass. 40 of the top players in the official world golf rankings, including the top 30 rankings, 72 about 7,200 yards, par 72. Average top 10 score is 94. So, as you can tell, I was researching a little bit more with my boys from the Fantasy Golf Degenerate. Shout them out. They're a very good, great group of guys. But like I said, we're here breaking down. I'll have the article up as soon as this video gets out. But let's talk about the very top of the range between 11,000 and 10,000. So this is the heavy hitters. This is the guys that are best in the world, obviously. I mean, yes, this is a huge players tournament, but these are the best guys in the world. Jon Rahm, it's hard to go wrong with him. Just the putter. The putter is what scares me. So as long as the putter's there, I don't mind going to him at 11-1. But Roy, ownership is going to be there on him. I don't trust him here. I'm a little bit off. Collin Morikawa, he's changed. I don't know why I almost started choking. But Collin Morikawa, he's changed his grip with the putter. I think he's a good option if you want to go to him at 10-7, just to be different. Justin Thomas, though, this is his course. Defending champ, I love his upside here at 10-4. Victor Hovland, he's a little bit scary to get to at 10-1, but if I had to rank him, it would be Justin Thomas 1, then Collin Morikawa 2. But dropping down to the 9K range, Patrick Hanley is one of those guys that are risky to me, but I love the upside that he can bring. He's going to be one of those guys that people don't want to play because of the name value and how he's been inconsistent a little bit, but I like him here. Dustin Johnson, a little bit indifferent on. I'm not really getting much of him. Xander is a name that people always click on. I'm not getting to him at 9-7. Hideki, this is the guy I want. He didn't look good last tournament, but he thrives here. He had a chance to win $2 million not too long ago here. But the play with the rain and all that, if y'all remember that kind of happening. But Hideki, he's one of the guys I want to get to at 9-6. I love him here at 9-6. If you want to start your lineup with him and Justin Thomas, that's a good 2-point combo. But Bryson, I loved him here, but he's going to be out with the hip. So I want to talk about a guy like Cameron Smith. I do like him here. Last time we saw him was the Genesis Invitational. And again, he's another guy that just looks good on course here. The iron plays there. I love him here, but I also love Scottie Scheffler at 9-2. Scottie Scheffler, the recent form has been there. He's been amazing. I'm running the train with Scottie Scheffler at 9-2. So if you want to swap him with Justin Thomas and go with Scottie and Hideki starting in your 9K range, I don't blame you for that whatsoever. I honestly like that strategy. Jordan Spieth, kind of like Dustin Johnson, I'm off of. Willie Z, dropping down in the 8K range now. Willie Z is a guy I love a ton. I mean, he has a swagger. I love him here. Daniel Berger, he's a good pivot from Willie Z just based off of ownership. I don't mind Daniel Berger. But Louis, he's a cut maker at 8-7. I like a lot of this 8K range. Brooks is going to be a name that people aren't going to flock to. But again, if he can pop off, we know he can pop off. He tends to play better on these major tournaments than the lower ranked tournaments. Tony Fianu, just skip and fade. Neiman, a little bit indifferent on also. I'm not really a huge fan. Sungjae M, he's been up and down, hard to trust. Adam Scott, I don't mind going to Adam Scott just based on the driver play, and he looked good last week. But again, his ownership is going to be a little high along with Billy Ho just based off of last week. Those are two guys I'm fading based on ownership. But Shannon Lowry does really well at this course. He plays good on Bermuda grass. I like him here in the lower 8K range. But dropping down to the 7s, Sam Burns is a nice pivot from Shane Lowry, but I'd much rather just go to Shane Lowry. Tyler Hatton, no thank you. Minka Fitzpatrick, he's going to be one of those guys that I'm going to play based off of ownership. He's going to be high. I'm off of him, but if he's clicking, then I don't mind it at 7-7. Webb Simpson. So he's now listed in this tournament. He hasn't played since the Sony Open. I want to take my shot on Webb Simpson. I really do. But now that he's back in this field, I feel like everybody's going to go to him just based on a price tag when I could rather just go to Answer at 7-6. I trust Answer way more. Max Homa, no thank you. Leishman, I'm not on. Jason Day, 7-5. He's been going through a lot. I don't know how his mental game is going to be because of his mom dying. I just don't know. Gary Woodland, no thank you, even though he's a bomber. Sergio Garcia, he's another guy I'm indifferent on. I don't mind it, but again, he's one of those guys that can be up and down. I'd much rather just go to my lock of the week and Paul Casey. 7,400 for Paul Casey. Give me all of that. No Justin Rhodes. See, woo, Kim. 7-3. I'm okay with. Patrick Reed, no thank you, though. Chingali let us down last week. I don't trust him. Ian Poulter, the guy that you just hate looking at. He tends to do well here also. Corey Connors, similar to, he's basically like a Dollar General version of Bryson DeChambeau. If the putter's there, he can be a lot, but the driver is always there. Seamus Power doesn't tend to do well on these power players tournaments. On the lower ranks, I trust him here, but not on these big tournaments. Cameron Young, I'm kind of skipping over. Champ, I'm skipping over. Luke List, everybody's going to flop to him based off of last week, just like they did again, but I'd much rather go to Taylor Gooch, who does well in these tournaments. But the lower 7Ks, not a whole lot that I like. Chris Kirk, I do like, though. At 7K bottom, he does well at this course, especially on Bermuda grasses. I really do like him here. I do. But like I said, kind of dropping down to the 6K range now. Let's take a minute. Mackenzie Hughes is one of those guys. If I play him, he's going to do awful. But if I don't, he pops off. He's like the Andrew Wiggins of the NBA. But kind of just scrolling through the 6K range, Kazire's a good pivot at 6'9" if you don't want to go to Mackenzie Hughes. If you want to look at a guy like Molinari, 6'8", I don't mind that. Matthew Wolf, the guy that can pop off at any moment. It's hard to trust. Kind of keeps going down a little bit. I don't mind Adam Hadwin at 6'5", but like I said, I'm not trying to go to 6K range. I'm trying to stay in the lower 7K range. But I hope this video is helpful for y'all. This is my core three right there, Scottie, Hideki, and Paul Casey. But thank you for tuning in. Hope everybody's a great, safe rest of your night, and have a good one. Let's watch some golf soon.